Welcome, Sunless Simps and Musty Pimps. My name is Sledge, and this is the Underrated Creator Showcase. When it comes to YouTube, underrated often means that not many people are getting a chance to see your content, because it doesn't matter how great a video is if YouTube doesn't recommend it or present it to potential viewers. While making consistent creative content is still a key factor for anyone trying to be seen and appreciated by an audience, unfortunately, it's not just that simple. Joining me today, I have someone who's quickly making his way out of the underrated category. CBell, the people are waiting. Please tell us the secret to YouTube success, because if I did, I don't think they'd believe it.
Well, it does require good and clickable content, just like you said, and consistent uploads, of course. But there's one other factor that people forget, and for lack of a better word, we have to call it luck. There's no sure thing or one path to success. Sometimes it's the right video, the right topic, at the right time.
That's right. So today, CBell and I have decided to impart some artificial luck to a few creators below us. Channels so far down, they're barely rated, never mind underrated.
We know how hard it is to get seen, so we have selected 4 special content creators that we feel deserve the opportunity to show what they can do. The qualifications to be selected were as follows: Rocket League related content we both find enjoyable, relatively consistent in both quality and originality, reasonable amount of existing content to display their skill and style, and a low enough subscriber count that Sledge won't feel threatened.
Yep, that last one is important. My ego is so fragile that I was exempt from gym class in school. So each creator was given a maximum of 4 minutes to sell themselves and their content. So get ready for a great mix of Rocket League tips, creativity, and even a music video. Make sure to let us know in the comments which creator earned your sub today. Let's get started. Our first creator is Soccer Penguin. Now, I think he's someone who could have a really broad appeal because he doesn't just stick to one style or video type. You really never know what he's going to try next. He's already put out over 30 videos, and they could range from a satirical tutorial on how to make a Fluump video to an in-depth experiment where he gets different ranks to analyze the same replay. He's still a little rough around the edges, but I think there's so much potential here.
Yeah, for a guy with under 300 subs, his editing is actually really enticing, but you'll have to see for yourself. Take it away, Soccer Penguin.
Hey man, I've noticed that you've been watching a lot of Rocket League YouTube lately.
Yeah, I have been, but I can't help but feel like the content is getting a little stale.
What do you mean it's getting stale? You've got like Sunless and Musty and like Rocket Sledge. All those guys make great content.
Yeah, but those are only like 3 guys, and I watched like 5 hours of Rocket League YouTube a day.
What? You watch 5 hours a day?
No need to judge, man.
Well, have you tried checking out any of the smaller YouTubers?
No, of course not. There's a reason small YouTubers are still small, because they're bad.
Okie dokie. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that little trailer I made for my channel. Anyways, a few weeks ago, Sledge watched one of my videos on stream called What Happens When an AI Writes a Sunless Khan video, and he seemed to enjoy that. So I've decided that today, I'm going to make another video like that, but make it a little more Sledge related. So here is an AI writes a demo tutorial. This was made by taking the script of a bunch of demo-related videos and then running it through a Markov chain generator. Here we go. I rotate my teammates so I can take out the player, rolling around in there, with the downsides of being in car cam to make the demo, or not to get demos. Or as it just happens and then, you know, Flip reset would come into fruition. Nowadays, or like a ceiling shot, it just happens, and then you know how hard it can be. Effective when combined with a jump, or not. That ball's still going in. There's definitely room to explore demo avoidance further, but I'll have to be ineligible. You can ignore it for now. Okay, getting back to see which ranks inflict demolitions. More and more demos each season, or at least in a video about jumping. Well, no, not exactly. Now, I'll agree, with some good situational awareness and reaction time, you can avoid most demo attempts. It's pretty straightforward, recognize you're being tracked, and a couple ways to avoid those dirty demo games. The first move is called the brake check. Now, unlike a real-life brake check, will be too dangerous or predictable. It can also help you maintain better control of your car to make those plays if position 1 and move the ball down the play. Next example, I would like to see my teammate comes in for the and oh shoot, I'm about to run into the time limit.
Alright guys, this is the most important part of the video. Despite what most people think, shoutouts usually don't do much. But in this video, that's not acceptable. After each submission, you're going to see a card that appears in the right-hand corner of the screen. If you click that, it'll open a tab to Soccer Penguin's channel, where you can hit that sub button and leave the tab open to check out his content later. Remember, this video is about giving these guys the views and encouragement they need to continue. Your sub means a lot. Next, we have FlowState. I like FlowState because he demonstrates something that is often forgotten in the gaming world. You don't have to be at the highest level to be able to give useful advice and teach the game. Now, of course, that doesn't mean just anyone can do it, but FlowState brings some special skills and knowledge to Rocket League that make his videos a lot different than the average tutorial.
FlowState is a guy that I've actually talked to long before I blew up, so I know he's got a unique approach to his videos. I've even found his advice useful in my own gameplay, and I think he can help you as well.
This is FlowStateGG.
Okay, so you want to get better at Rocket League. Fortunately for you, I'm a professional coach. I'm certified in sports psychology and tennis coaching, and I've been coaching for about 8 years, and I've worked with some top-ranked athletes in tennis, as well as Rocket League players into the top 100. My YouTube channel, FlowStateGG, goes over tutorials from that perspective. So, because of my background in sports psychology, for my video, I want to take this time to go over all the things that Sledge got wrong in his videos about the mental side of Rocket League. Just kidding. What I actually want to do is give you some of my most underrated tips and drills for Rocket League from the sports world. Again, I approach tutorials a bit differently on my channel by trying to focus not just on the problem, but the solution, using sports psychology techniques and drill-based training. I want to start off with something that's quite simple, but I actually think is the most underrated yet important thing about hitting the ball in Rocket League. And that is to look at the ball. I know you're like, bruh, but here, just wait. When we hit a shot, our eyes naturally dart towards the target that we're aiming for, like a Plat when he sees a big boost pad. The problem with this is if we're looking at our target, we're not looking at the point of contact, which can lead to inaccuracies with our hit. The best athletes in the world train themselves to override that tendency to look at the target and stay focused on the point of contact well after the ball is struck. The key here is to look at the target first, then visualize a trajectory of the ball to the goal, and then look back at the ball and focus on that point of contact required to achieve that trajectory. The next one's really cool. I call it the 10-ball challenge. One of the most relatable feelings in Rocket League is the pressure of missing an open net, because we're bad. You can train hitting the ball over and over again, but the problem with the way that most people train is that we don't replicate that same type of pressure that we would feel in-game, and that's where the 10-ball challenge comes in. The way it works is you're going to choose a training pack with about 10 shots. Look for a pack with relatively straightforward shots that you would make in most of the time, but maybe not on your first try every time. Then you're going to run through this pack one time with no redos on any of the shots. Again, when you're in game, you only get one try, so we want to replicate that scenario. Record how well you did. Let's say you got 6 out of 10 in. But the catch is, no matter how bad you did, you are only allowed to do this once per day. The point of this is to create pressure and train your ability to hit these shots under that pressure. Okay, now this one is hard to hear, but we all need to hear it sometimes. If you're anything like me and you struggle to deal with your teammates' mistakes sometimes, the following sentence is something I want you to write on a sticky note and put right on your desk. Ready? No matter how bad our teammate is, there is always something that we could have done better to win that game. Losses in ranked really suck, and it's inevitable that your teammates will make mistakes. But there's a common attribution bias which causes us to be much more likely to attribute losses to external factors. The issue with that is that A, we're likely to not be the best judge of our own performance, especially in the moment of a game. We're probably making just as many mistakes as our teammate, but this bias causes us to focus on just our teammates. And B, if we're focused on other people's mistakes, we will never identify our own and we won't improve. I go a little bit more into depth on this and the other tips in my other videos, but of course, this wouldn't be a Sledge video without a tip for demos, right? Well, yeah, I don't have anything for that, but oh, hey, what do we have here? I'd love to give you more tips, but Sledge said I can only make this 4 minutes, so you can blame him for why you're not ranking up. If you want more, check out some of my videos or hop into my Twitch stream to hang out and ask me any questions about training or sports psychology or the meaning of life. Anyways, go practice.
All right, the intro had me a little worried, but I dodged the bullet there. Great overview of what your channel has to offer, FlowState. Everyone, make sure you hit that card and go sub now.
Sledge, I have a question.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
What the hell was that? Did he just plug your demolition training course?
I guess so. Use code SLEDGE for 20% off, guys.
Okay, man, I overlooked when Soccer Penguin went a little fanboy, but now this is kind of getting out of hand. What even is this video? 4 underrated content creators simp for Sledge?
Okay, CBell, this is probably not the best time for this.
No, man, I think this is the perfect time. Where's my shout out, Sledge? Where are my simps? You want me in this video? You better think of something to make this up.
We're gonna go to commercials. Cut it, guys. Cut it. All right, welcome back. Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties. I think we have things all figured out now.
Hey guys, check out my new White Octane.
All right, yeah, CBell, it looks great. Enjoy it. Make sure you guys are sticking around till the end screens. We are going to be featuring one of CBell's videos, so if you haven't subbed to him yet, you can check him out then. Let's move on to our third creator. Okay, I teased this in the intro. Our next channel, Wubdor, focuses on Rocket League parody songs. They currently have over a dozen music videos on their channel that are a mixture of both Disney and popular music. 2 of my favorites are probably You're Salty and Livin' La Vida Low Rank.
Well, Sledge, my favorite is A Whole New Whiff, which is an instant classic. It's actually really impressive how the guys from Wubdor are able to find the perfect Rocket League lyrics to match popular songs. It's truly content we didn't know we needed.
Now, because of copyright issues, we were unable to include one of our favorites in this video, but Wubdor was kind enough to do a copyright-free entry that gives you a good sample of what to expect on their channel. While Whiskey in the Jar is an old folk song, you might be familiar with it as it has been covered by bands such as Metallica and Thin Lizzy. This is Misplay in This Car.
As I was on a win streak in a 1v1 arena, I faced a high-ranked player, and his name is Scrub Killer. At first I took a screenshot and made a kickoff play there. He couldn't stop the shot, so sent him a what a savior. Rocket League is the best game by far. I'm gonna beat a pro. I'm gonna beat a pro. Won't misplay in this car. No! I took a win in that game and made him look like rubbish. I took another screenshot and I showed it to my buddies. They swore that I'm the greatest and they begged me for a carry, but I never will boost champions from praise they often carry. Rocket League is the best game by far. I'm gonna beat a pro. I'm gonna beat a pro. I'm misplaying this car. No! Being drunk one evening, I went to queue up in ranks, talking trash to GC, but I never knew what the kids meant. Well, 1, 6, or maybe 7, then matched up with Scrub Killer. It turned out he was screaming, and he smashed me by 10 million. Rocket League is the best game by far. I couldn't beat the pro. I couldn't beat the pro. I misplayed in this car. Now some they win by flicking, but some they win air rolling. Some they like to hear winning, especially against pro players. I got made a fool of, so I'll hang my head and stay here. Rocket League is the best game ever. I love to beat the pros. I love to beat the pros. Can't misplay in this car. If anyone can beat me to someone extraordinary, if I were to get matched up against Scrubble, Cooks or Fairy, when next we play each other, I hope it will be for money, cause I'd love to face them on stream with commentary from Johnny. Rocket League is the best game ever. I'm gonna beat a pro. I'm gonna beat a pro. I'm misplaying this car. Rocket League is the best game ever. I'm gonna beat the pro. I'm gonna beat a pro. I'm misplaying this car. No!
Once again, if you want to check out more great Rocket League parody songs, hit that card in the upper right corner of the screen and make sure to watch A Whole New Whiff and give Wubdor a sub-door.
Good one, CBell. You write that yourself?
Yeah, it actually came to me while I was polishing up this new white octane. Our last entry is currently the most successful out of the 4. Since we first selected him for this video, Helical has actually gained over 8,000 new subs to push him over the 10K mark. How is that ego feeling right now, Sledge?
All right, just get on with it. We get it. Everyone loves Helical.
Anyways, if you want to know what the excitement is all about, check out this channel trailer for a taste of what Helical has to offer.
This means that right after you flip and have the analog stick pushing upwards, you must pull down. This results in your car stopping rotating and essentially just sitting stationary in midair. It takes a little bit of practice to get down, but once you can do it, it will be very easy. An opponent with no boost is an opponent with weak defense. In order to apply this tactic, you must be constantly aware of your opponent's position, and when possible and without compromising your position, go for a boost that an opponent is either going for or will go for. So here is a graph consisting of the entire set of data from the survey. It is a lot, so I've broken it down to smaller graphs and pie charts which we'll cover in a second. Mistake number 3, poor decision making, which was the biggest mistake at every rank except bronze, with as many as 40% of players claiming this. You'll realize what not to do in certain situations and develop an intuition and understanding of what the correct thing is to do. A way to speed up this process is to look back at your replays and find instances of where you gave up possession, double committed, or got scored on, and ask yourself if you could have been in a better position to defend or attack. There are 2 things you can do to prevent this. Firstly, you can do a forward flip into the center of the ball, which means you will always be behind the ball, and if they delay it, you will likely dunk their delayed hit on the way through. Secondly, you can also keep an eye on your opponent when you are going for kickoff. If they appear to be going slower, don't flip, or something really different, you can either do the forward flip like I said, or try to hit the ball on the very edge to get it past them. And I gathered 2 people of the same region and rank and made sure one of them was a Fennec main and the other was an Octane main. I then put them in a private match and let the duel begin. Go for whiffs, and just whiffs in general, I guess.
This man's whole career.
Eagle looks like, oh, I was gonna say he's gonna make the same mistake again and not go for kickoff, but it doesn't matter because Striker came flying through and dunked him on the line. It's hit, but he does pass it to Sandro, who puts a boomer on net, and Jesus, look at these camera settings. He's playing Rocket League in first person here, I think. Pretty zoomed in, low height. And Icy on the offense again. Loki whiffs, and that should be a goal for Icy, and it is. In today's video, I've decided to put this to the test by having 3 matches played between the 2 regions, this time in a 2v2. It has the following format: a silver and a gold from each region participate in a 2v2, and then a platinum and a diamond pair up for the next 2v2. And finally, a champ and a grand champ come together to represent their continents and try to win the battle. Put on just made it increasingly more difficult. Despite of the time and ROM, another double tap off the sidewall. Jesus, 4-0 in 1 minute. Europeans have just absolutely piled on the goals.
be the guy. This is actually more hard for us to do than that. Okay, oh, go.
All right, Helical, thanks for that channel overview. Make sure you guys do click that card and check out his educational content now. Well, that brings to an end our underrated content creators showcase. Big thanks to Soccer Penguin, FlowState, Wubdor, and Helical for their submissions. You'll find all their links in the description of this video. Now, I reluctantly turn it over to CBell to introduce whatever crappy video he has linked in the end screens.
Wow, Sledge, thanks. So yeah, it's always fun to see the differences in ranks, so check this video out if you think you can spot the hidden diamond amongst Grand Champions.
And if you've grown tired of the guess the rank fad, I invite you guys to check out my overdramatic top 10 list where I rant about some of the weirdest cosmetics in Rocket League.
Oh, a top 10 list. How original.
My name is Sledge. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, my name is CBell. Thanks for watching. Yeah, just go check out my channel, though.
Make sure you click on the end screen. My video is coming up next.
No, I think really click the left one. It's way better.
I'm putting mine in the left now.
Damn it. Hey, Sledge, I'm keeping this Octane, by the way.